How's it going, guys? Josue back again with another video on HearmeRaw, and today I want to talk about how I stay so happy. So I get asked a lot, like, how are you so happy? And everyone, they love the fact that I'm so happy because, happiness is contagious. Happiness is absolutely contagious. But there's so many things that are happening in this world that can actually distract us, that can keep us from being happy, that can take our attention away. I heard something recently about, the state of social media, the state of, the internet, and how fast we're able to get information. Back in the old days, when we didn't have internet, when we didn't have like this powerhouse, this supercomputer in our pockets that we could just turn on and find information at the speed, like just like that, we can have so much information. Like we can download so many things just like that. It's really amazing. It's powerful, but it can be pretty dangerous because especially for the young ones out there, they can absorb. Not only can they absorb a lot more information than they could, but they can absorb a lot more, let's say, pain and hurt and shame and separation and fear, because there's a lot of that online and you can really go through that a lot. There's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of negative energy in that realm. It's what you're tuning into, and most of us are tuning into the negativity of it because we're surrounded by the negativity of it. Like a lot of us are growing up in abusive homes, whether it's physical abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse. There's a lot of abuse in this world, and I've come from a lot of abuse as well. I was born in Haiti, and in Haiti, not only do parents hit their kids at the time, I'm sure they still do now, but in school in school I was getting hit as well. So for me, the world was a very violent place, and it was a very scary place, and I went through depression for a long time. And coming out of it, I'm gonna say the fact that I'm not always happy. I've had a lot of moments. I cry a lot. I don't want to say a lot, but I'm crying a lot more than I used to, which is a good thing. They say that men shouldn't cry, men shouldn't express their emotions, but that is a lie. If you're not expressing your emotions, if you're not going within, it's gonna actually be harder to be happy. So I'll start with that I am not always happy. I do get sad, I do get depressed, I do get angry. And before, there was a time where I used to see those emotions as bad, but every emotion is valid. Everything in this world happens for a reason. So when you're depressed, like Ralph Smart would say, depressed means like you need deep rest. Maybe you need to relax. Maybe you need to get some isolation time. Maybe go for a long walk in nature and really go within and ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? When you're angry, what is that anger trying to tell you? What are you not happy with that you need to make a change for? So instead of ignoring those emotions and thinking them as bad, we need to feel through them. We need to, the new saying I say now is to feel is to heal. We got to feel it out. I was recently at a healing sanctuary where I was able to really process my emotions. I got away from all the noise of the city, and I was able to really just go within and ask myself, okay, how am I feeling? And also get closer to my body, because your body's telling you so much. So definitely feel. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Feel them all. They're all there. They're all signs. Your body is trying to tell you something. Your emotions are trying to tell you something. So listen. Be aware and listen. But yeah, I'll give you guys some of my practices that that do keep my energy up. First of all, eat healthy. Eat as healthy as you can. Make habits, habitual changes every day. Wherever you are in your diet and your lifestyle, add more raw fruits and vegetables to it. Every day, eat more raw fruits and vegetables. Maybe start with a meal of raw fruits and vegetables. Maybe start a raw till 4 diet. I'm not 100% raw currently, but I'm always a high raw person. I'm always eating fruits and vegetables. That's what my body craves now the most. I love it. I love me some watermelon. I love me some papaya, pineapple, mangoes, oranges. Durian is amazing, jackfruit, my goodness, cucumbers, all the melons. I love all the melons, honeydew and cantaloupe and winter melons, and the seeded watermelons are one of my favorites. Of course, I love watermelon. And yeah, all the vegetables too. Eat some raw fruits and vegetables. If that's your foundation, eat water. Water is life. You're not gonna be able to feel so good if you're not filled with water. I'm not gonna demonize cooked foods. I'm not gonna demonize junk food, but definitely I avoid processed foods for the most part. And cooked foods, I love quinoa. I love quinoa. I love brown rice. I love wild rice. I love lentils. Lentils are pretty good. And ingredients matter too. Like, what is your ingredients? Is there some MSG in there? Is there some iodized table salt in there? Get some Celtic sea salt. Get some black sea salt. Get some Himalayan pink sea salt. Ingredients do matter. Food colorings, run away. If you see any food coloring, run away. If you see chemicals that you don't understand, just run away and do your best to be as natural as possible. Eat whole plant-based foods, but eat a lot of raw foods because water is life. Water is so important. You're made mostly of water, you know? So make sure that water within you is nice and clean, and it's helping your blood flow, it's helping you breathe, it's helping out your joints. So water is important for you to feel good. Expression, express yourself. Hear Me Raw is all about expression, you know, because a lack of expression leads to depression. I'm expressing myself all the time. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit down, a little bit low in energy, you know what I do? I get up and I dance. I move my body. I get the body moving. Maybe go lift some weights, do some calisthenics, go run a little bit. You know, get the body moving. But I love dancing. Dancing is amazing. And I love yoga too. And I love, you know, doing things to make sure that you're taking care of your joints. So if you're running a lot, make sure that you have some type of practice to take care of your joints, because you don't want to damage your joints. Because like dancing a lot and running a lot, I've had a lot of people damage their bodies through that, and they can lose themselves into it. Yes, these things are a form of meditation, but if you overdo it, your body will hurt from it. So there's also too, sometimes you just need to rest, sometimes you just need to be. So sometimes you just need to lay down on the sand and do nothing. You know, get some sun, you know? It's very good for you. Maybe just float in the water for a little bit. Just do nothing. Try to sit still. That's one thing. There are forms of meditation where you can be active, like I said, like running, jogging, playing basketball. These can be forms of meditation, but sometimes your body just needs to rest. Your body just needs to stand still. We can lose ourselves in things. So try not to lose yourself in anything. Try not to be too attached to any labels. Try not to stress yourself out too much. Do your best to not take life so seriously. For me, I believe that everything in life is happening for my benefit, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. All of it is happening for my benefit. It's there to show me what I like and what I don't like, and then I can fine-tune that, and I can go in the direction of what I do like. So it's helping me to create my reality. Everything is helping me to create my reality. So that helps me to move to be happier. Also, yeah, singing, dancing, singing especially is amazing. Yeah, what else do I do? Of course, I talk about meditation. Going out to nature, amazing, like grounding yourself, literally taking off your shoes and really grounding. Look up the benefits of grounding or earthing. Human beings, the word humans stands for animated earth. We come from the ground, and when we die, we go back into the ground. So connect to the ground. So many of us like get so disconnected. We live in the cities and we never go out to nature. I spent a couple of decades being disconnected from nature, being afraid of all the animals. When I first went back into nature, I didn't even go into the middle of the woods, but now I love being in the middle of the woods. I love it. It's quiet. It smells good. There are animals there. There are birds. You know, you might run into some snakes. You might run into some frogs. It's a beautiful thing. I've even run into a turkey in the middle of the forest, which was awesome. So nature, animals are amazing. If you have a pet, or for me, there's a cat that lives down the road that comes and chills with me. We cuddle, she's just amazing. Animals have that beautiful energy. And also too, as you raise your vibration, you'll realize that animals will come to you. Animals will come to you. They will take care of you. They will look at you. They will see you differently because you're raising your energy. So yeah, and like I said, so diet, expression, move the body. Your body was built to move. Take care of the body and love yourself. Self-love practices are important. Affirmations. I've done many affirmations over the years. You might not believe them at first, but repetition. You kind of have to brainwash yourself in a way. If you're not brainwashing yourself, then somebody else is brainwashing you. That's how it goes. Advertisements, television programs, TV programming. It's a program. It's right in the word. It's a program. So if you're not programming yourself, someone will program you. So maybe get away from the TV a little bit. Get away from the news for a little bit, because they're putting a lot of fear in your mind, So get away. You got to disconnect to reconnect. Put the phone down for a little bit. Like I said, I was at a healing sanctuary. I was able to get away from the phone, get away from society a little bit, and really focus on the internal. Happiness is an internal process. Happiness is about your perception. It's about changing how you see the world, how you react to the world. Many of us are reacting from our wounds that we haven't healed yet. But if we can brainwash ourselves, if we can figure out and go deep and see what we need to heal, and then we can work on that, and also too, we can surround ourselves with people that are also working on that. That's the important thing too. Find other people that are on the healing journey. Find other people that are on the love path, that are getting away from fear. If your friends are doing nothing but gossiping and talking, crap about other people, you might need to step away from that, because that is not very healthy. Because that's what's in your subconscious mind. That's what's going to be in your mind. That's what you're going to put out. You're going to be putting out fear and separation. The one truth is all is one. All is one. So what we do to others, we do to ourselves. So if your friends are constantly talking crap about other people, that also means that you are also talking crap about other people, because you're there, you're witnessing it. And what that means is what you put out comes back to you. Karma. So find other people that are loving people, people that are accepting of other people, that are tolerating of other people, acceptance, tolerance, and just oneness. At this point, it's very hard for me to be mean to somebody, because I see myself in them. I really do. When you really start to connect with other people, you will start to see yourself in them. And once you get to that point, once you start seeing yourself in other people, good luck being rude to them. You might still do it every now and then, but you're gonna feel it. You're really gonna feel it, and then you're gonna have to act accordingly. You're gonna have to go home later that day and be like, man, I was very rude to that person. Like, why did I do that to that person? And then you realize whatever you do to other people is usually what you're doing to yourself, because we spend the most time with ourselves. We're always constantly talking to ourselves. So the way you react to other people, pay attention to that, because that's just telling you how you're being to yourself. How somebody treats you is more a reflection of how they're treating themselves than it has to do with you. So when someone is, says something to you, something mean, look at it this way. That's just how they are to themselves. So don't take it personal. A great book is called The Four Agreements, and one of them is not to take anything personal. It has nothing to do with you. It has more to do with them. So that means pay attention to how you're acting towards other people. So once you start treating other people with love and compassion, your world will change, and you treat them from a place of non-judgment. The 7 Spiritual Laws, another great book. It had this time when it told you to practice non-judgment. Do your best to just not judge anything and see what happens. And these 2 practices can really help you to calm yourself, to surrender, to stop trying to control everything, because you can't control everything. So these are like the practices that I use. Really, it's a mind thing, it's a heart thing, it's an internal process. Your happiness doesn't need to rely on your external surroundings. It doesn't need to rely on events. It doesn't need to rely on material things. And it doesn't always need to rely on the people around you either. Like I said, the people around you right now are not so good for your soul. You can still find a way to be happy. And guess what? As you raise your vibration, and as you get to be happier, instead of like going from happy, sad all the time, you'll go from like, happy and maybe sad here and there, angry, but like you're not gonna be like this anymore. You're gonna be more stable as you work towards happiness, as you work towards love and compassion. So I'm not saying that you're gonna be happy all the time, but if you do the work, if you do the inner work, if you heal your wounds, if you heal your inner child, if you take care of yourself, if you're aware of your internal process, and you're not just living life randomly, but you're living life deliberately, you're choosing to create your creation rather than letting your emotions create your reality. So it's your choice. You have free will. You can be living in heaven or you can be living in hell right now. There's no reason to die to go to heaven. Many people are already living in hell right now, and many people are living in heaven. Just look, you can see how some people react differently to the same situation. How you react, how you perceive things, that is your power, that is your choice. You always have free will. So once you get out of the victim game and realize that you do have a choice, you can choose how to feel, you can choose happiness. You can. So that's my video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Go out there and create the reality that you've always dreamed of. Listen to your heart. Your heart is powerful. The brain, we've been trained to use the brain a lot, but the electromagnetic field of the heart is just 10 times or even more bigger than what the brain is. The brain reacts from the past. The brain analyzes things. So the brain cannot see in front of it. It can only see past and analyze things. But it is great for things like learning and programming. Like, you can program the brain to do amazing things. You can program your subconscious mind to do amazing things. But the heart, man, the heart is powerful. The heart connects. If you want to make connections, the heart will connect you. The heart is that powerful. Love is the answer, and you are love. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.